Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen, this is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is Friday. Yay. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm glad it's Friday. Let's get started. I'm going to use the Tarot of Shadow Realm and Radiant Wise today. Radiant Wise for Tarot. Let's get started. And give it a couple more shuffles here. What do we need to know? What do we need to know today? Current situation. Four of Swords, present influence, Queen of Coins, future influence, the Magician. Okie dokie. Unexpected, Seven of Swords, is that right? Challenge, the Devil, Strength, Seven of Coins. Where does this lead? Two of Swords, King of Coins, Five of Coins. One more. King of Wands. Okay, advice. Four of Coins. So we've got, is it the fours? No. Well, we've got a couple fours. We've got a couple sevens. Interesting. The bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. So I feel like with the Four of Wands is there, I think we had this yesterday, but since I'm not 100%, I won't go there. But, you know, reaching a point where you feel like, oh, I can celebrate this. Oh, I did good. You know, like kind of like that feeling. I feel like too, there's something here with that Four of Swords in the current situation. You're taking a break, but I feel like this is not as much a celebration as it is like, well, I mean, okay, let me be careful here because it is a celebration, but it's you celebrating and understanding. And I think like if you've achieved something, you've patted yourself on the back, but I think it's more personal. I don't think it's I I don't feel like you're celebrating with somebody. I think it's a personal achievement. Maybe, you know, with your spirituality or with yourself, with some kind of internal goal that you've been working on. Um, and it's not really like out there like losing weight, because that is out there, right? People see that. This is more, you know, trying to, I don't know, meditate more, or, you know, do inner work. I just feel like it's very internal, not external work that you're doing. Now, for some of you, it could be external, but it's still very private. And I'm getting a private feeling here. The Four of Swords is your current situation, which is rest. Healing, it is a healing card, but it also is a rest card. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're healing from something, but you're definitely taking a break. So, and in a sense, that is healing. But that's what I feel like. The influence is the Queen of Coins. I feel like there's something here where you're looking at the whole of things. So, you know, not just one life area, you know, my home, my work, my money, my family, and it's kind of driving you. It's like, I need to get a better grip on everything. And that's what I'm getting with the Queen of Coins. And when I say get a better grip, like that persona is what is influencing this kind of break that you're taking, because you're like, I just kind of need to look at everything. And I don't think it's like a break where you're like taking a vacation or anything like that. I think it's a break from this Four of Wands, from being overexcited. Let's clarify that Queen of Coins first. Tell me more about the Queen of Coins. There's okay, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, Knight of Coins or Pentacles. So, wow, yeah, you've. I feel like maybe like you have felt like something has been taken, um, and I don't think it's necessarily for someone. Now we do have the Magician there, so and then I see the Seven of Swords. I always get wonky with the Seven of Swords and Magician in the same reading. The Five of Swords is the how much energy do you put into something, right? But I feel like this is the realization that sometimes the things that you do are slow, and this is more about taking this back. I feel like you're done fighting. And in other words, because you know that it's just not fair and it's not up to you, no matter what you do and how hard you fight, you will not succeed. So it's very, and I feel like this could be with someone, and that's kind of what's driving this. Isn't that this is about someone, but that situation is driving you to say, slow down, be patient with yourself, because you have to look at things in the whole. And that's what when I say the whole, like all of the things in together. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at with that Four of Swords. Tell me more about the Four of Swords. And the Four of Coins is in the Pentacles is in the advice. So it is saying, to really keep everything balanced. Well, it's also saying hold on to things, but I think it's holding on to you. Four of Swords, please. Three of Pentacles. There's that Magician. Ten of Cups. Well, for some of you, it is about there. Yeah, there's something with this Three of Pentacles, like something around people. I feel like with that Magician, I feel like you may feel, I don't know if it's real or you just feel this way, is that someone around you in your sphere, whether it's work or home or whatever, has again not been honest, not been showing you their full hand. And I think what you're doing is you're taking a break from that situation, that relationship. I also feel though that this is also a matter of taking a moment so that you can understand the situation as well, because I feel like that you're uncertain of whether this is hiding something on purpose or not. I still don't feel like it is. A lot of times when I see the Magician, it depends on the other cards, but I don't necessarily feel like it's on purpose. I want to take that back. Sometimes with the Magician it is. I don't know. It just depends on the other cards. So I'm going to take all of that back because it really does. Because sometimes it is. I'm not going to say this because I don't want XYZ, or sometimes people don't realize they're hiding from you. But you're taking a break because it's just like, I'm tired of not understanding things. And if I never understand it and I can't control that moving forward, then why worry about it? There is a feeling to this, feels could it be work as well? The Magician is in the future influence. I want to clarify this because is this, let's clarify it. I'm wondering, I'm getting a feeling of, with this I see like you've got things under control. He's got that skull in his hand, and that's the first thought I got when I saw this Magician. I don't normally, well, let me see. Tell me more about the Magician. Okay, Judgment, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Three of Cups. Okay, so yeah, you are gonna feel like you have things together. So with the Judgment, you're going to feel a sense. This is a sense of renewal with being able to share, and then this is absolutely like celebrating that. So I feel like that once in a couple days you are going to go, okay, now I've got this under control. Yeah, I am getting that feeling that the magician for you in this case is about the tools that you have. But more importantly, it's the understanding of it. It's like, yeah, I got this. He's got that skull in his hand. And and it's going to, that well, it comes from being revitalized. You're being revitalized. You understand things with that Six of Pentacles. I'm at a point where I can get back into the game. So this Four of Swords is short lived, basically, because this is getting right back into it with that Three of Cups there. We have the Seven of Swords in the unexpected. So the Seven of Swords is about um, theft, dishonesty, trust, someone taking something from you, sneakiness. Oops, I got it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, Karen. Put them in the wrong stack. Okay. So tell me, when you start doing this, you're going, wait, there's an extra card in there. Um, the Seven of Swords, please. That Fool drop down. What is this? This is unexpected. I'm going to show you the card. These cards are kind of crazy. What is the Seven of Swords, please? Wow. Okay, so yeah, this is the King of Swords, Ace of Wands, Five of Swords. I feel like, the focus, the King of Swords, is you focusing, not someone else. And the Ace of Wands is a new opportunity. However, when this opportunity comes in, I think the Seven of Swords isn't someone being dishonest. I feel like it's your feeling of being careful about someone being dishonest, because we got the Five of Swords. So am I getting honesty here? Am I getting the full picture? And there is an opportunity, but the surprise, I think, more so is that you're not ready to jump into it, because the Five of Swords is saying, do I go all in or not? Because this is the Seven of Swords. Is everything up to snuff? Now, it is also about you taking things back, but I feel like this Five of Swords says it all. Like, I gotta be careful about what I'm gonna do and how hard I'm gonna fight on this, because it's more like a warning. Is this person playing fairly? Are they being honest? And you are surprised by this, though. And I think it's the Ace of Wands that you're surprised by. Well, you're surprised that you're not just taking it. I mean, the Ace of Wands could be the surprise too, but you're not taking that surprise and running, because maybe that would be normally what you would do. We have the Devil in the challenge. So there is something that you're attached to that just may be hard to get over here. And I think that's all of this, like the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. Tell me more about the Devil in our challenge so we can dig in. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Swords. This, you've really tried to overcome this. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and realizing what you can get out of a new opportunity. And this is definitely something that you've been trying to break from. The Four of Swords, take that break, get away from. And for some reason, there's this piece that just keeps having you hold on to it. It's, holding on to that person, situation, idea. Yeah. And that's just going to be hard to get past, I think. We have the seven. Oh, it's the seven of cups. I thought it was the seven of coins. Seven of cups in the positive. Ooh, there's that double again. Seven of cups in the positive. What is our strength here with this? It means that you have a lot of different choices. So don't think that you're stuck with one choice. Again, that devil. That's not your only choice here. You have choices. You might have a plethora of choices. What is this seven of cups? Three of wands, four of pentacles, eight of swords. I think this is more of an understanding that the three of wands to the four of pentacles, you understand what's coming in and you want to hang on to that. The eight of swords is the realization that you don't want to be stuck again, and those are like your choices. I can hold on to this situation and feel trapped, or I can let go and allow a new opportunity to come in. Again, that ding devil is sitting there in your challenge. He keeps pulling at you, wanting you to come back to it. So we have two of swords, king of coins. Then we've got the five of coins to the king of wands. So when I look at this, it's like, okay, you're going to be set up with a choice here. I got to make a choice here. The king of coins is comes in, and I think it's a person, and you're like, or a idea, and the five of coins says, oh, this isn't working. I need to take a different route here. And then there comes the king of wands, which is the different route, which is getting to a different level, which is the passion, is what you're looking for. The king of coins is the stability and, um, money, home, that kind of thing, like with the queen. Um, let's see if it's, so we're going to do the two of swords, please. Nine of wands, two of swords, and nine of cups. This is really hard. Like what you wish for is really hard. And you've got to determine if you still want to keep fighting for this or because it's really hard right now. The nine of wands. And that's what you're deciding here. That's what you have to decide. It's been hard, but to reach my dreams, it's going to be hard. So what do I do? More, I gotta keep going. And then we have the king of coins next. I didn't show you the two of swords, I don't think. That two of swords is kind of cool. And then the king of coins. So what is the king of coins? Tell me about him. He's bearded, long haired. The king of wands almost looks like the devil. Oh, I'm sorry, it's king of cups. Oh, Karen. So that changes it, right? Because he just does not look like a king of cups. Oh, that makes so much more sense. I mean, it is. It's going from love to passion. Let's clarify the king of cups. Let's see if this is a person or a thing, and then we can get back in. I really thought that was coins. Oh boy. And this card, the cups and the coins, when I'm reading it, they look so much alike. And I don't know these cards that well yet. So tell me about the rest I got right. Tell me about this king of cups. Oh, wow. Okay. There's the change. Okay, so we got Tower, Moon, Knight of Swords. So there is some kind of shift or change that I feel like, even if you're unclear, that clarity comes in with this Knight of Swords. Something comes in rather quickly, and for some of you, it's a person where you're feeling like they really care about you. Okay, so now keep in mind the whole thing is the magician, the seven of swords, the hiding, the not being honest, all of that. But then this feels like, well, I've been unclear, but this is clarity, like, right? The Knight of Swords is about that. So you may learn something that either about a King of Cups, someone that you care about or that cares about you, and or you're looking at things from a cup point of view. In other words, I need to embrace love and caring to move forward. For most of you, it's a person. I'm going to be honest. I want to like leave it open that it's not always about relationships, but I do feel like it is. But this could be any kind of relationship, okay? So it's not necessarily love. It can definitely be work because there's a lot of stuff that reminds me of work here. We have the Three of Pentacles clarifying stuff. The Five of Coins, and I'm going to make sure. Yes, it's Five of Coins. The Five of Coins is about, I think, a different path. And I think what's happening here is this energy comes in and you're going, no, I've got to take a different path. There's something here that there is a challenge between the passion and the love and the caring that makes you say, if I'm going to go in this direction, I need to go in a different direction if I want to, be with this person, because I almost get the feeling like whoever this is, whether it's love or work, you haven't trusted it in the past. So that King of Coins is something I feel like you're not trusting, and that's why I feel like you have to take that different route with the Five of Pentacles. Like, this hasn't worked before, so it's not going to work now. Like, let's say a relationship where it's not necessarily about love to both of you, and this would be more of a romantic, physical relationship where it's not really, I mean, you absolutely care, right? But it's more about the passion that's involved in the relationship. And so let's look at that King of Wands here, because that's what I'm overall getting. I think that the passion side comes in, and that's the side that's going to win. Tell me about the King of Wands. Yeah, Chariot, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you're ready to, yeah, like, so the chariot is an energy that's coming in rather quickly. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is, success. But I feel like, okay, I am at a point where it's time for me to share. So even if this could be someone else completely, but I need to get to the point where I need to share. If you're like, have been, single for a long time or mostly single, that you might be deciding that it's time to find that passion. Now, it also could be passion in any other area. So it doesn't necessarily have to be love, but that King of Wands is all about passion. Their passion, their excitement, their motivation, their a lot of energy. But I do feel like that's coming in, but it comes from you. This this is the change. The Chariot coming in and forcing that Nine of Pentacles to say, yep, I've done what I needed to do. I've healed, Four of Swords. Now it's time for me to find that true passion. Again, remember, this Four of Wands is kind of like what's driving this whole thing, is that 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 you have to do something within yourself. And that's the self-work that's happening through this reading to get you to maybe say, okay, I'm ready now. And it'll take a little bit of time. Now, this kind of flows out a little bit. So I'm even thinking, 2 or 3 weeks, because this is our couple days when we look at the center of the reading. When I go out, it's out. So I feel like things are going to kind of evolve. And I don't think, even with the Five of Pentacles there, I don't think it's a difficult decision. I feel like you just say, this isn't going to work this way. Let's do it somewhere else. And that's when the King of Wands energy comes in to change things. So, yeah, I like that though. And then advice is the Four of Coins. So I think it's just, don't lose sight of you. Don't lose sight of the big picture, all of the things. Like, don't hold on tight to one person, one situation so much that there's no room for anything else, and no room for more opportunity, another option. Sometimes when you're holding on so tightly and you're basically, if you look at the Rider White with this, he's got the pentacle under both his feet, in his hands, on his head. So there's no other room for anything else. And with that, like, okay, well, am I going to be able to find something that I really need if I've got everything bundled up in one place. Again, that has to do with the devil, is like letting that attachment go as much as possible, because it's not leaving you room for new things until you can kind of let go of that attachment. I feel like you've been working through that for a while now. To be honest, it's been coming up. So, is there anything else we need to know? Is there anything else we need to know today? 3 cards. How about let's do what is the best thing that's going to happen today? What is something we have to look forward to? What do we have to look forward to? Okay. I want to make sure I got that right. That's Knight of Swords, 10 of Coins. I can't read this upside down. Oh, and 10 of Swords. Well, I think that's good, because I feel like with the Knight of Swords energy, I don't feel like the 10 of Pentacles is what's ending, but I feel like you, more importantly, it's reaching, because this is, I'm asking, what do we have to look forward to? There is an ending, but I feel like more with the Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, there's something here about maybe I was thinking travel or moving, 10 of Pentacles, but I feel like the 10 of Swords is that just a clearing, like, okay, like there is an energy in it that is going to dissipate and go away, and it's going to leave you with more room. And I do feel like it comes from something with the 10 of Pentacles, new home, new place to live, new atmosphere, new, even if you're not moving, your home is changing in some way or another, whether you're putting more energy into it or you're actually moving because of the Knight of Swords. So that's the overall feeling I'm getting here. So there you have your reading for today. Let me know. That's kind of a long one. Sorry. Take care. Have a beautiful day.